These are generally a scourge on the neighborhood. They usually become quite the target and the beacon of bad behavior.
On Wednesday, Portland City Councilors talked to foreclosing on 8 properties sitting empty and in debt, like this overgrown lot off Southeast Cesar Chavez Boulevard.
It has really attracted the population of people that live on the streets.
Pastor David Brink works at the neighboring church.
We have a constant problem with having to tell people that camping is not allowed here because we have a school and we have children here and we want to keep it a safe space.
At one point, the lot was to be turned into an apartment complex.
Yeah, there were 2 old Portland houses.
City records show the building permits have expired. As of August, the property owner, Hawthorne Greenseed Apartments, owes the city more than $63,000 in liens. Records show the Oregon Secretary of State dissolved the property owner's business license earlier this year.
By the time a property gets to this stage, it often is a nuisance in the neighborhood. The goal is always to avoid foreclosure and find other ways to clean up these properties, knowing that foreclosure is the last resort.
It kind of feels like this is in a permanent loop and doesn't really feel like there's a solution. We cannot keep anything on our property without it being stolen.
And inside this building off St. Helens Road is filled with trash, broken glass, and covered in graffiti. Those who work in the area say it's been like this for at least 5 years.
I've seen all kinds of crazy things.
Sean McGrath works at Bridge City Steel.
Man, what don't I see?
Right next door to this neglected warehouse in Northwest Portland.
I've seen everything from stolen cars in the building right next door, homeless people in here, kids like to come here and tag a lot.
City records show from mid-October of last year to late July, fire crews were called to the property 3 times. Police have also been called 3 times during that same period for crime and disorder. When police respond, nothing changes long-term, Sean says.
When they do show up, it'll be good for about a week, and then you'll come back a week later and there'll be some other kind of drama going on here.
The property owner is Christensen Oil. Records show it filed for bankruptcy in 2016.
The majority of the time when we find ourselves in this type of foreclosure situation, we're talking about properties that have largely been abandoned by either family members of deceased or of businesses who went under. And they're often in areas where the surrounding neighbors are asked to put up with something, I think, a little too long.
It's very frustrating. I mean, look, I work right next door, and this is not eye-appeasing, whatsoever, and it does cause a big safety issue.
As of August, the owner owes the city more than $19,000 in liens.
I think it's a good idea. Foreclose it, clean it up. I don't know what they're going to do with it, and make something productive out of it.
So today's discussion at Council on foreclosing 8 properties like the ones you just saw was just a first reading. So basically a first discussion. Councilors will have a second reading and vote on whether to move forward with foreclosure sometime next week. Now, when it comes to the empty lot in Southeast by the church, Council referred that to the mayor for guidance on how to move forward. If the city does vote to foreclose on any of the properties, the owner can still get the property back by paying off the debt within 90 days of the foreclosure sale date. If they don't, it will be auctioned off to the highest bidder by the city. Now, we're told that usually happens a few months after council approves the foreclosure. But what do you think about the abandoned properties around town and the process to get them taken care of? Maybe there's one in your neighborhood. Let us know. Email the story at kgw.com or call and leave us a voicemail, 503-226-5090.